Hey everybody, it's DelusionDispeller, and I'm coming on to talk to you about some important information that people have been questioning. I decided to do a little bit of research for myself just so I could give an educated answer based on some things that were posted on the internet from professional websites, like really professional websites. All right, so somebody had made a comment regarding you cannot diagnose people with just a master's degree. You have to have a PhD. Okay, answer me a question, because when you have a master's degree, here are the type of jobs that you can get, especially if you've had an internship or externship, which I lack, unfortunately, thanks to, or no thanks to, Kaplan. All right, so mental health counselor, a counselor with a master's degree and several years of supervised clinical work experience, which I do not have. I have 2 years of working as a paraeducator with children with behavioral disorders. The next part of that says, trained to diagnose, diagnose, and provide individual and group counseling. If you don't think I'm qualified to diagnose, what do you think I spent 4 years in a college doing? I had to do case studies, one of which I'm going to be posting shortly as soon as I can get it out of my files. I had to learn how to diagnose. So yeah, I'm more than qualified to diagnose people. Have I diagnosed anybody? Not really. I've pointed out behavioral disorders. I've pointed out behaviors that are troubling in certain people. Yes, and will continue. But I have not diagnosed. I have not said, you have narcissistic personality disorder. You have borderline personality disorder. I don't recall doing that anywhere. If I did, then I need to take those videos down, because I'm not trying to go around diagnosing, but I am trying to point out behavior problems so that people can notice them and correct them. Kind of like somebody else online is doing, who, as far as I know, doesn't have any type of counseling degree. Anyhow, just saying. So yes, there are licensed counselors. I am not licensed. In order to get licensed, I would have to go through 7 more years of school. Ain't nobody got time for all that, and I'm not going to do it. I'm 52 years old. I am not going to be 60-something years old and getting out of college so that I can go and counsel other people when I'm too tired to do it anyways. I'm going to keep on being a life coach, or whatever you want to call me, an advisor, a researcher, whatever. I'm not going to go through more of that. Not going to happen. All right. So yes, I was trained in psychology. My actual degrees are a Bachelor of Science in Psychology with an emphasis on child development, so I understand how people develop from childhood on up, and a master's degree of Science in Psychology with emphasis on substance abuse counseling, so I understand about addictions and substance abuse. So yes, I'm more than qualified. I also graduated, I can't talk today, graduated magna cum laude and summa cum laude, respectively, from bachelor's and master's degree. As far as Kaplan being a accredited school, I'm going to look that up for you right now. Is Kaplan University an accredited school? All right, let's check it out. I know they are. I just need to tell you what Kaplan is accredited in. They are now Purdue Global, by the way. They've changed their name. Kaplan University is accredited by the Higher Learning Commission, HLC, which is one of the largest accrediting bodies in the nation. Would you like to challenge me a little bit more about how I'm not accredited, or I didn't attend an accredited college? Seriously? So here are some of the possible job titles I could have right now, especially if I could get that clinical experience. Behavioral counselor. Guess you need to analyze behavior to do that, right? Health project coordinator, psychiatric technician, rehabilitation specialist, group home coordinator, family services worker, child protection worker, child care supervisor. Just look up, what can I do with a master's degree in psychology? The one thing I am missing, which is what both professors told me yesterday, well, the professor, I think they were advisors, both advisors told me yesterday, was all you are lacking is the experience. All you are lacking is an internship or externship. That's all you're lacking. You have the bachelor degree, you have the master's degree. You don't even need to return to school. We just need to get you an internship somewhere, and then you can work as a counselor. So keep on telling me I don't know what I'm talking about, and I have no right to diagnose people. You can say what you want. I've just told you why that's not true. So now, at this point, it's up to your belief whether you want to believe that I am who I say I am or not. That is the truth and the facts of the matter. Kaplan is accredited. I did go there. I did my prerequisites at Black Hawk Community College. That was back in 2005 and 6. I then came out of college till about 2009. I homeschooled my daughter. And then at 2009, when I started getting ready to be divorced, I left home. I was still in college, or I'd returned to Kaplan University online, and then I did some classes offline. I graduated with a bachelor degree in 2011, I believe, 10 or 11, and then in 2013, I graduated with my master's degree. If you'd like to look me up and find that out, I'm sure if you type my name in, you will find all this is true. I'm not one to come on here and make up stories so I can get views and subscribers. As you can see, I really don't need to make anything up. I have no trouble getting subscribers and views. People like what I have to share, and it's helping them. And that's what I live for, is to help people. So, I'm going to go and find my case study that I had to do for one of my classes, and I'm going to post it online so people can read through it. And then they can decide for themselves if I'm legit or not. But you can throw all the insults you want at me. You could say I'm ugly, I'm fat, I need to lose weight, I'm not as pretty as Shanann was, I'm not as good a mother as Shanann was, whatever. I think we should let Shanann rest in peace. We can learn from behaviors that were troubling from her and many other people, and heck, even me, if I have some behaviors you think are troubling. Go ahead and make a video about me. I don't care. But that's what I do. I study behavior. That's what I was trained to do for 5 years of my life. And that's what I'm going to continue to do on my channel, because it's my right to do that. Anyway, so now you know, yes, I did go to an accredited college. I am qualified to diagnose. However, I don't go around diagnosing, because this is not an office. This is YouTube. Okay, another thing. And I've heard this, I don't know how many times. Miss Mensa, this is to answer your question. If you have a master's in psychology like you say you do, why don't you have a PhD? I didn't choose to get one. There are plenty of people with master's degrees that do not get PhDs or PSYDs. Plenty. I didn't want one. I was burnt out in school. I was tired. I was typing up pages and pages of papers. I wanted to just enjoy my children and grandchildren and not get a PhD. I don't want to be a psychiatrist, and I don't want to be a psychologist. I want to work under a psychologist, but not be the head honcho. That's why I don't have a PhD, nor do I ever intend on getting one, or a PSYD. I'm just simply going to find an internship, hopefully with the help of some colleges that are working with me right now to do that. If everything goes well, Lord willing, I will be able to get even a voluntary internship so I can get the clinical experience and be able to be hired for some of these positions I just read you. Right now, I'm a paraeducator in a school that helps children that have behavior problems. I love the children. I like my job, but it's not my final resting place. It's not my final stopping ground. It's not what I spent all the money I did and invested to have a job in or a final career in. I'm still working towards that career to actually sit down with people face to face and give them useful advice to send them on their way in life to be the best people they can be. So hopefully that answered some questions. I'm trying. I know people say you don't have to explain yourself, but actually I want to, because I want you to understand that, yeah, I'm not one of those fly-by-night people that come on here and tell you I'm something I'm not. I really did go to college. I really do have degrees. The graduation ceremony you saw was real from Kaplan University, and I don't know what else to say. There's nothing else I can do to prove to you that I'm legit. So I've done the best I can. I'm going to go find that paper I typed up on the case study. We'll see you then.